Welcome to part 3 of my videos on this bullshit about this politically correct crap that's going around. Well, the latest is we have a now people seem to have a problem with the "Don't Tread on Me" flag, the one with the rattlesnake on it. They're saying that's racist. Like, see, this is my point. This doesn't seem to ever end. Like my microphone, by the way, I finally got a better one, Rock Band one, but it works. Well, I saw it the other day. I mean, I thought it might have been a fake article at first that said "Don't Tread on Me" flag may be considered racist if you wear a hat or whatever that says "Don't Tread on Me" on it. It's like, really? And I saw it wasn't fake because it's on like all the major news places, and I was like, this is getting stupid. I mean, not that it hasn't been getting stupid either. Anyways, I mean, I picked this up at a yard sale. I mean, that's the American flag. I mean, people are offended by that too, I see, because, I mean, I can understand some of its history. Like, in 1890, I believe it was, over 300 Native American Indians were slaughtered under that flag at it was called the Wounded Knee Massacre for no reason other than they were Indians. Okay, so that's one reason why it may be considered racist. Another is the fact that the flag flew on slave ships to bring slaves over here. Some people think it was the battle flag, but yeah, I got a news flash for you folks. It wasn't. It was the Stars and Stripes. Most likely a older one that looked like this, or similar to it. But, you know, that's, it's history. I mean, let it go. People are acting like it's the 17 and 1800s. I mean, there was something about, on the news about a month or so ago about modern slavery. So, you know, not much seems to have changed. Obviously, I mean, if they're having a new newscast about slavery in 2016, clearly there's something wrong. Well, we're not doing something right. Where I live is the fairs. There's a couple fairs that are banning sale of Confederate flag items. All of a sudden, it's a problem because one idiot decided to shoot up a frickin' church, and he had a $2 flag in his frickin' hand. Whoop-de-doo. I'm not saying that because the people died. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that at all. It's sad what happened, and he shouldn't have done it. I mean, well, murder's wrong. We all know that. But bottom line is that it was a $2 flag, and he could have just as easily been holding the American flag in his hand. Just as easy. What would they have said then? I mean, CNN did a poll last year about the Confederate flag, and they said, do you consider this pride or racism? And 57% of the country said pride, 33% said racism, and 10% were undecided. Now, on another national poll through Facebook, 93%, myself included, said the flag should be flown, and only 7% said it shouldn't. What does that tell you? Most of the country sees it as a symbol of Southern pride, and that's what it is. Any flag can be used in a bad act, okay. The KKK uses the American flag, and in fact, the Grand Wizard just came out recently and said that the Confederate flag is not their national flag, that the American flag is. So what does that tell you? Does that make it, you know, should we ban that one too, simply because the KKK considers it their national flag? It's the same damn thing. It is. I mean, you can twist it around any way you want, but it's the same damn thing. And, you know, and now they're trying to ban the freaking Don't Tread on Me flag. There were also people trying to ban the POW Missing in Action flag. I mean, this, you can get a shot of it there. A little small apartment, so it's not exactly organized. But, that's a Jolly Roger pirate flag that I have. I mean, I suspect that one won't be far behind from people being offended by that one. And again, they probably already are. They probably think if you fly one of those, you're going to pillage the neighborhoods or something. But it didn't used to be this way. I mean, you know, there wasn't, a few years ago, there was no people, you know, there wasn't big groups of people gathering to burn American flags. People weren't posting themselves, wiping their asses with American flags on Facebook. I mean, it's like, what the hell has this country come to? And we're offended by a flag anyhow, regardless of what flag it is. I mean, look at my team here, Patriots. People are offended by them because they say that they cheat. Well, I got a news flash, folks. All teams cheat to gain an edge at one time or another. In fact, if you go to yourteamcheats.com, which is the definitive guide to NFL cheating, it has freaking all the lists of all 32 NFL teams and stuff they've done, or most of the stuff they've done, what they've been punished, like if they've been stripped for draft picks and stuff like that. And I gotta agree, most of the rules are stupid. Okay, the Atlanta Falcons got fined and stripped of a draft pick a couple of years ago simply because they played a CD of crowd noise in their own stadium, and that's considered cheating. So I was like, okay, that's stupid. Now this Spygate shit a couple of years ago, I mean, with all the cameras they have up and down the fields, I mean, you know, there's these, all teams probably do that every game. I'm sorry, but that's probably the way it is. And the reason they went after the Patriots is because they win. And the commissioner for the NFL, Roger Goodell, seems to have it in for the Patriots. I mean, he used to work for the Jets, so he's probably butthurt that the Jets never do anything. Okay, they suck. You know, it is what it is. Sorry if you're a Jets fan, but you know, they haven't, you know, won a Super Bowl in about 50 years, so you know, he's probably freaking pissed off about that, and he can't accept it, so he goes after a team like the Patriots to heal his bruised ego, and then that's what people like that do. And then this deflategate. Ugh. Okay, I've not professionally, but I've played football, and I can tell you right now, it doesn't matter how much or little air is in the football. Either you can catch and throw it, or you can't. It's that simple. And how do we know that the Colts player that handed the official the football and said it was deflated, how do we know he didn't do that himself? Anybody investigate him? Probably not. Because they had it in for the Patriots. I knew that before that game was played. They were going to try something. They were going to do something to freaking get the attention away from the Patriots. And, hey, it worked. But you think the Patriots are the only team that's been cheating, whether they did it or not? You were mistaken. Because all 32 NFL teams cheat. There's cheating in baseball, cheating in basketball. I mean, I agree, it does ruin the sport, but, you know, it is what it is, I guess. It's what things have come down to. I mean, just like this past Super Bowl, I mean, I questioned whether it was fixed or not because I knew who was going to win before it was even played, and I was right. The only time I haven't really been right in recent years about the Super Bowl is, when the Patriots won this one, because I thought they were going to fix it so the Patriots didn't win. But nobody could have anticipated that pick at the end. That's why when my friend texted me and said the Patriots won, I was like, bullshit. But, okay. It's not a bad thing to be wrong about that, I guess. But it shows what what this world is, what a sorry state this world is in. I mean, we're offended by flags. People are freaking complaining about how much air is in a football. I mean, seriously? There's more important issues in this country, and then you're sitting there complaining about like a battle flag that's, a few years ago you could walk to like places that had it and nobody would bat an eye over it. I mean, people weren't offended until the media told them they should be like, hey, you ought to be offended by that. Because that freaking idiot held one in his Facebook picture. Well, whoop-de-freaking-do. Media tells you to jump off a bridge, are you going to do it? Well, it's the same thing. I mean, these liberals told them that the flag was offensive, so they see it that way. But they still don't understand is that there's more people that support that flag and fly it the right way than there are people that hate it. I mean, I got black friends that fly the flag. Hell, I got stuff I've bought, Confederate stuff I bought from black people that, also fly the flag. So, what does that tell you? But the media ignores them because they can't accept that black people fly it. They like to make it so like a white only thing, and it represents white supremacy because that's what they want you to think, but it's not the case. So, what else is there? I don't know. But like I said, it didn't used to be this way. I mean, about say 4 or 5 years ago, you could walk into a flea market or something and be all kinds of flag stuff and nobody complained about it. Now it's like people see it, they have to have therapy, and it's like, you must be a real pussy. You see a Confederate flag and then you have to go spend $200 an hour to see a therapist. And now it's the Don't Tread on Me flag, which is, again, I said the one with the rattlesnake on it. Still trying to figure that one out. I mean, I heard something about people being offended by it last year, but this now they're trying to say that's racist too. Of course, I don't know why I'm surprised, because last I think I might have mentioned this in part 1 or part 2 of my videos on this, but I'm not sure. So back in December, there was actually a petition to go around to ban the song White Christmas because they say it represented racism. And it's like, it's about snow. Again, I thought it was fake at first, and then saw the article, saw it was legit, so I was like, okay. That's different, I guess. But it just it shows you what a sorry state we're in. I mean, this country's literally offended by everything now. I mean, like I said, some people view the American flag as racist. I mean, this is probably a couple months ago, I was pretty much called a racist for flying an American flag. So, I said, whatever, dude. Whatever floats your boat, I guess. But, when I look at it, and it's like, well, first of all, the Confederate battle flag is just that. It's a battle flag. It wasn't the national flag of the Confederacy. It was incorporated into the second and third national simply because the first national flag of the Confederacy, which they also flew in battle at first, is that the northern states bitched about it because they saw They're like, the flag is too similar to ours. So they the Confederates, they caved in and they changed their flag, and they incorporated the battle flag into the second and third national. So in reality, it's their fault that, you know, the battle flag was even, you know, a national flag in the Confederacy. But bottom line is that they're both red, white, and blue. So what the hell's the difference? I mean, I've had people argue, they say, well, it's the flag of treason. I was like, what do you think the American flag is? How do you think the British view us? How do you think the Native Americans view us for what our ancestors did to them a couple, 100, 200 years ago? Ain't no different. The thing is, I noticed that when you call somebody out on that, though, they don't have a response. They can't respond to you because you've called their bluff. So, I'm a historian, so you're not gonna, good luck arguing with me, because most of these people just listen to what they hear on the news, and they think that that's always accurate. But, half the time they can't even get the weather right, so, that's why it's a waste of time watching the news. But bottom line is that people will think whatever they want about the "Don't Tread on Me," snake flag, or Tea Party flag, as some people call it, because it originated around that time, or any flag really. So, but here's a patriots flag. I mean, like I said, people are offended by them for the most part because they probably because they win. It's like I also like the Reds for baseball, like the Red Sox, the Rangers, and the Pirates. Now, as far as the Red Sox go, I've heard things about them that people are saying that they like buy their players now, like the Yankees do and stuff. And I'm like, well, if you got the money to do it, it's whatever. I mean, they're not spending as much money as they could be, because a few years ago they wasted about $400 million buying a stupid soccer team in Europe. Like, what the hell are you gonna do with that? I mean, if you got that kind of money and you got a baseball team to support, I mean, with that kind of money, you should be winning the World Series every year. They got a good farm system, though, so got a good young players. David Ortiz is retiring this year, at the end of this year, so. But the bottom line is that the big market teams can buy the players if they need to. I mean, it's getting so it doesn't pan out a lot, though. If you give a player a 7-year contract, you'd be lucky if he's good for 3 of those years, a lot of times. Red Sox found that out when they signed that Pablo Sandoval guy. And the Yankees found out when they signed, Sabathia, Teixeira, A-Rod. The thing is, though, is that they say they're not going to do it. They say they won't do it again, and they will. I guarantee that this offseason, they'll sign another, $100 million contract. Must be nice to get that money just for playing baseball, huh? $100 million just for throwing a pitch or swinging a bat. The thing about it is that you get paid whether you are good or not. If you suck, if you're a starting pitcher and you go like 6-20 the whole year or something like that, and you're making $25 million a year, you still get that $25 million. So just like that guy that we got, I think that's what he's getting right now, and David Price, and he hasn't been that great, and I think he's making about $25 million this year. So And the way he's pitching, he hasn't really been earning it, but still gets paid. And I can bet you I can tell you how he feels about that too. As Mr. Burns would say, excellent. But this whole politically correct thing that's going around, it really has to stop. I mean, I really didn't think it would go on this long, but I mean, it didn't start last year. I mean, it started probably, I'd say in 2012, roughly, about 4 years ago. And it's only escalated since then. And it's amazing what people are offended by. I mean, it's getting so well, lately it's getting so it's like not politically correct to even eat meat anymore, from what I've seen. And I have people, I go get like some fried chicken and they're like, that's not healthy. And I'm like, yeah, and I only live once, so why would I care? I'd rather get a 4-piece fried chicken and then something that's, like, that I would never eat anyways, like, say broccoli, because I would never touch that. I would not eat something that looks like a small tree. So, that's just my opinion, but whatever. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up, but, well, this country needs to wake up. I mean, being offended by, so these people are getting so they're offended by their own shadows, and that's not getting us anywhere, so. Anyways, I will be doing more videos soon. I am going to do a tribute video on Hank Williams pretty soon. So, look out for that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this, and hope it gave you good insight to what's going on. But I'm sure y'all are already aware of what's going on around. So, but just in case you're not, that's what these videos are for. And, they're still fun to watch. I try to make my videos interesting. Like I said, I'm still fairly new at this. I only started a couple months ago, and I don't have the best, camera, the best equipment, but I don't think you really need like anything elaborate to do a good video. I mean, you just need basically yourself and however you want to do it. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this, and hope you have a good night, and I'll see you next time.